Welcome to Boondocking for Jesus. This is Noberto, and my beautiful bride is next to me. We're about to tell you about this John Deere tractor that my friend Dale brought out and helped us to get some stuff resituated on our property. Those big, huge, massive concrete um, blocks are supposed to hold stuff into the ground, but we decided to pull them up because they were kind of in the way. So to make it a little bit more accessible in the front, we decided to get them out. Now that camera there to the right is to help protect the property. You can see him using the John Deere to straighten out some of the stuff and get some of the burned charcoal out of the way. Fill in this hole to the right. Get the crusher fine moved out to the front. So he filled in that hole, and he helped to get the crusher fine spread out in front of the trailer, so that way we don't have so many like stickers and dirt and craziness, but to get back into the trailer. So there's our table that we use, it's got an umbrella in front. There's the bench that we put up by the fire pit, which you'll see here in a minute that Christina did. Yeah, we're almost there. That's what my wife wants you to know. He wanted to fill in this hole for us, so that way it was a pretty big hole. I'm not exactly sure how they dug that hole. What do you think?
Backhoe, some way.
Yeah, they dug a pretty big hole right there. So there's a crusher fine that's going to spread out here in a minute in the front. But he got that hole finally filled in. There's the dog pen underneath that rake that you're going to see put up here in a minute, and that we found at Sam's Club, I believe is where it was. And this is to make the container that we use to get our black water out a little bit lower than the actual spigot, because the spigot's right there by the tire if you look to the left of it. But when you put the blue container right there, it's a little bit taller than where that exit valve is, so it needed to be lower. So he dug a hole there that was pretty decent.
To China.
He dug to China. Yeah, he did dig to China, and I had to fill it back up to get it back to center earth. So that container can become very heavy when it's full of black matter. So just so you know, if you're trying to do this, that could take 2 people to get loaded into a vehicle or off the property somehow. Now it does have a ball and hitch thing that you can hook up, but these are just views of after it's been filled in, what it's looking like now that we've spread some of that stuff out. There's the crusher fine all spread out. The fire pit and the bench are going to go in here in a minute. There's the bench. And then, of course, my Spartan bride decided we were going to get this dog pen put together, which we did. It said 2 hours. We did it in about...
An hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah.
I think by the time we tried to level it and find all the pieces that needed to be adjusted and twisted, probably closer to 2 hours. It's probably right. That assessment's probably right. I think we were done sooner than that, but then when you have to fine tune it and make adjustments and all that, so there's some thinking around that you have to do to get it done. So we got them a little bit of shade.
Put some straw in there to cool the ground.
Yeah. So now that's their place to hang out. So there's the fire pit. Some of our stuff from Mexico that we brought back. Well, thank you for watching Boondocking for Jesus. Get updates on our journey, and remember to subscribe, comment, and pray. We sure appreciate you watching. Thanks.